Alright guys, Anderson talks today about Pep Guardiola hitting back finally at Yaya Toure's agent for his comments regarding Yaya Toure's omission from the Champions League squad. If you're unaware of what Mr. Dimitri Seluk said about Pep Guardiola, I made a video about it. I'll slap the link in the description so you can go and see what he said. But just know that Mr. Guardiola is not happy. He is not happy with the comments that were said about him, supposedly humiliating a player of Yaya Toure's stature, because to Seluk, a player of his stature should be one of the first names on the squad list. But you know how Pep rolls. If you don't fit the system, if you don't fit the way he plays, you're just not in his plans. It was looking as well like Yaya was just going to have to do what all of the normal footballers do and fight their way into the team. But nah. In a press conference today, Pep Guardiola has gone on the record to say that to the media or personally, a personal phone call, Yaya or his representatives have to give an apology to Manchester City, so its fans, all of that. He needs to give an apology to his teammates, who as a club leader and basically club legend, he shouldn't be setting an example like that for the young people. And he has to give an apology to all the trainers, including Mr. Pep Guardiola himself. And until this apology is given, Yaya Toure will not be in contention to play any minutes, any more games for Manchester City, so long as he is the manager. This move shows that he's disappointed and disrespected by the comments that were made about him. And he's even more disappointed that his representatives or himself didn't have the decency to keep this problem within the club. The decision was to go out and tell the media how he feels, and obviously hasn't gone down well in Manchester. Growing up in my area, when somebody does something like this that shows a lack of respect and decency or manners, we say, "Where's your home training?" Yeah, Mr. Seluk, where is your home training? It would have just made the most sense to keep this a private issue within the club so it can be sorted out. But hey, now it's escalated. Pep gave an interesting example of when in his playing time he could not imagine that if he was playing and one of his representatives went out and disrespected legendary manager Johan Cruyff, that would not go down well. No way. Because at the time, and even now, God bless his soul, he's one of the most respected figures in football, just as Pep Guardiola is one of the most respected and important figures in today's football. Because Pep Guardiola is a student and a firm believer in the philosophies of Johan Cruyff and what would have gone down in his time, he's applying the same tactics, policies and all of that now, which in this case I can fully support, because I'm not being funny, but Pep Guardiola's the best probably in the world at his job. And so he should be treated like one of the best, because his record, his track record, speaks for itself. It's crazy. So he's just putting his authority and his foot down on this team, on the pitch, off the pitch, wherever it is. So hopefully Yaya Toure fixes up his attitude, his told us his agent, and they just apologize and get on with playing football. Play the game. Like, share, subscribe for more football content, and have a nice day. Oh, I lied. Maybe it's not just have a nice day. Because as soon as I almost finished editing this video, the agent, Mr. Seluk, already comes out with his response. He's got some nerve doing me like that, but it's fine. He has now said that because Pep Guardiola has won all of his games, now he feels like he's a king and he can do what he likes to whoever he wants. He also said that if he wants an apology, then he must apologize to what he's done to Manuel Pellegrini. In regards to his first comment, I do not agree that now he thinks he's king, because he seems very humble in what he's doing and he seems like he's just doing his job. He's too intelligent to try and get ahead of himself and put his team under pressure, unnecessary pressure, so I do not agree with thinking he's the king of the world. I also don't agree on issuing this apology to Manuel Pellegrini, because Pep didn't really do anything wrong. All he's done is accept the contract, and all Manuel Pellegrini did was finish out the season. Even though I don't agree how Manchester City let the news out early, because it kind of derailed their title hopes and their title challenge, causing them to finish 4th in the table last year. It's not like Pep forced their hand to replace him and replace him as soon as possible. Manuel Pellegrini, for some reason, just had to go. He's achieved what he could with that squad. They won a league, they won a cup, but now they've moved on and arguably they've taken a step in the right direction. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens next in this Pep versus Seluk saga. Now, like, share, subscribe, and have a nice day.